Spider-Man 3 is one of the most resonant future projects of the Sony and Marvel studios. Special interest to this film was caused by information about the return of characters and actors from the previous parts. Jamie Foxx as Electro, Alfred Molina who played Dr. Octopus in the 2002 film, and of course the former performers of the role of Spidey, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. It is the appearance of these two on a par with Tom Holland's Spider-Man that aroused great public interest. But alas, now we find out that this plan is in jeopardy and Tobey Maguire decided to blackmail Marvel Studios et al. Hey everyone, this is FatRussianCat out there. Well, information about the appearance of three performers of the role of Peter Parker in the third Spider-Man at once emerged almost 6 months ago and immediately made a splash among the audience. Sure, it was a long-term dream of quite many to see how three performers of a legendary role get together. So we can state the fact that this Marvel's idea has initially been more than successful. But then the problem started. First, we learned that Andrew Garfield couldn't come to an agreement with the studio bosses and most likely his Spider-Man will not appear in the third part. This forecast of course upset the public very much, but in the end we still had Tobey Maguire, a man whose return to the screens many millions of people have been waiting for. Eventually, the shooting of the film began in October 2020, but we didn't find out anything officially about the participation of Tobey or Andrew. None of the actors were in the cast, and Marvel Studios and the filmmakers avoid any comments on the matter. Now it seems that insiders have revealed the truth to us. It turns out that right now the leadership of Marvel is having a pretty serious conflict with the performer of the role of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Its reason is simple and trivial: money. Yes, it's not a secret for anyone that after the end of his career in the role of Spider-Man, hard times began for Tobey Maguire. The actor failed several of his projects, became a member of a couple of remarkable scandals, and as a result, he became an outcast for Hollywood. So, according to Tobey himself, in recent years he has simply been spending the money he earned 2 decades ago. And then suddenly the actor got a chance to hit a big jackpot with his most famous role. It is clear that this opportunity must be used to the fullest. Therefore, more than a month ago, information emerged that Tobey wants for his appearance on the screen tidy $15 million. Not a poor amount, I must say, equivalent to Johnny Depp's fee in Fantastic Beasts 3. At the same time, despite all his problems, Depp is certainly a much more popular and iconic actor than Tobey Maguire. Anyway, the performer of the role of Spider-Man demanded such a fee, but it turned out that most likely this sum wasn't enough for him, and now Maguire's agents are trying to increase it further, threatening Marvel Studios with the fact that otherwise we will never see Tobey in their cast, and the idea of returning the previous Spidey will be hopelessly failed. Well, of course this is not really a gentleman's approach. On the other hand, the film business is primarily a business, and I'm sure Tobey Maguire has a huge grievance against Hollywood that once rejected him. Another question is whether the actor will be able to push Marvel, or we will never see him in the role of Spider-Man. And so far, to be honest, it seems that Maguire's blackmail would rather lead to the latter. After all, the shooting of the film is supposed to be completed in March 2021 in order to release the picture at the end of December. And for now, there is absolute silence about the appearance of Garfield and Maguire.